The strategic funds have helped us in very specific ways.
When we found out we got the money, it was almost unbelievable because at first we thought it was a mistake.
It's really given us a shot of energy and optimism.
But then of course we found out that it was real, and we were just excited and pleased that someone would think that highly and entrust us with that.
One way that they have helped is that we were able to have a suite up on Capitol Hill in what is called the Methodist Building. It helps us to be able to more effectively get involved in advocacy, particularly tobacco control efforts. We wouldn't have been able to have that suite without the funds that have come in.
The challenge for this department was to move into the digital age. And one thing that we felt was critical to the success of our program and staying on top of things was to move into the digital age, because the industry had moved into the digital age.
One of the items we were able to purchase from the beginning were programming workstations for our programmers. These workstations were a little bit more powerful, and they enable our programmers to be much more efficient, and it's really helped out a lot.
Our real need was to expand our faculty. I mean, we have a great location, obviously, for history and political studies, and we had a number of good students, but we found that the one thing that perhaps was most felt as a need and a limitation on the part of our students was that we did not have a very large and diverse faculty.
When the money came, we saw that this would be a great way to bring another person in who could lead out in practical theology, and especially in metropolitan ministry. And Dr. Gaspar Colon came from the General Conference at that time, and so part of that money was spent on his first year's salary, and his enthusiasm about metropolitan ministry and about the Center for Metro Ministry now that he is director of just was great for us as a department, and started bringing more students in as well. We actually doubled our students from 32 majors a few years back to now over 60 majors, and so that's very exciting. That part of that certainly, I'm sure, was helpful in bringing more students in.
We moved from a linear editing system to a nonlinear editing system. That in turn has already translated into a number of productions that our students have done. This summer we worked on an instructional video for the North American Division, and we partnered up with the religion department here on campus to put together a highlight video of a study tour that they took earlier this summer.
The strategic funds got us going with Dr. Joan Francis, who comes to us from Atlantic Union College. She's a very energetic and exciting teacher. She brings tremendous diversity, I think, in many ways. That is one thing that's helping us, I believe, to be on a progressive path toward an exciting future here. So we're very grateful, and we feel like the strategic funds have been a tremendous benefit to our program.
Some of the funds have also gone to purchasing of digital cameras. So we're now shooting on a digital format, we're editing on a digital format, and we're exporting now to a DVD. And that's something really exciting, which I think is going to end up being a draw for students to come to this program, as well keep our curriculum and our programs, on target with industry standards.
They had identified a need for a combined space where a student would have access to many of the services that were originally spread over several floors in this building, and just to provide a center for students to come in and study and provide resources for both career and academic development. It has turned out to be a wonderful space for student use. They have a place to come in here and study, a place to access computers. Considerably in the last 2 years, we've seen a lot more students coming in. We provide advising for undecideds and so forth.
What we had before was basically 2 very small rooms, and it was very cramped. And this is a much improved facility. We have several rooms. We have locker rooms. We have a very nice office, computer, and desk. And we have this waiting area here, director's office, and we also have a conference room. Morale is better, and the officers are very happy to be here rather than over there.
It has succeeded exactly the way we wanted it to succeed. It has created a home for the History and Political Studies Department, and a home for students who are interested in pre-law. And this seminar room is very useful for all kinds of classes, and it creates a sense of place, and we hope pleasant memories for alumni who go on and remember what it was like to sit around a table and learn.
Another strategic item that we were able to purchase with this money was the hardware and software that enabled us to create a student portal system. We call this system the MyCUC. Basically, this system enables students to log in and gather information, anything from their financial aid, their current student accounts, class schedule for the day. It's there all online in real time. This is enabling the students, and the feedback has been overwhelming.
Now, the second project is indeed this beautiful chapel that was very depressing and not representative of our God that we worship and that we teach our students about. And so we decided that we need to renew and redecorate. Many groups are now using it. We are having requests constantly for different groups, both our own majors, but also other majors on the campus, faculty, and other groupings and conferences that want to use this room, this chapel, Richards Hall Chapel, as a place where they could either worship or have certain meetings.
There have been two events that have lifted the morale immeasurably of the faculty, so that the faculty is no longer saying they wonder if they're going to have jobs because they wonder if there's going to be a CUC. One is when the union contributed a good deal of money, and the other is when the alumni provided these funds, because what it did is it allowed the different departments to be creative in doing new things that the departments knew they could do well if they had a little more support and if they were a little venturesome. And it has made a huge difference in the outlook of the faculty.